Critical Role. I am Dustin, and I recently just got my master's degree in Xhorhasian Arcane Studies. And what the hell is Dunamis?
Bump bump.
I'm Kate, and I am a recent convert to the Church of the Traveler, but not so recent because I'm all about that.
And I am Matt, and I've got a really bad cough, so I'm gonna apologize in advance if I mute myself or forget to, and you guys hear it.
Hey, I read anything?
Hey,
Our names are wrong.
our names are very wrong. Nobody saw that, and no one's gonna talk about it. We're just gonna go.
I am Herky.
This is us talking about episode 31. I mean, we're gonna try to talk about a shopping episode. But what's nice is that we got some downtime, so we got a little bit of lore things, and I am very interested in one, Thermos. What is it? And also, Zenith.
Yes. Yeah, and what's up with the Traveler, you guys? He's not the same. Hashtag not my art tagging. What else happened? Ford runs away. We got some Furbolg possible lovin'.
All the shopping ever.
All the downtime.
Loving happens so fast.
Lots of letters were sent.
Lots of letters were
Various
sent.
kinds.
And we've
The
got
mail system got used.
some new info on Xhorhas in general.
Oh my
Books
god.
were read.
And we've all got a new Dragonborn mom.
Yeah, I love her.
A bag of secrets.
A bag of secrets. We
Oh.
I'm
now
gonna keep
know.
all my secrets in a bag now.
Yeah, that's where they belong.
Don't you already? Wow, you're behind on that one.
Yeah, my bag of secrets.
My bag of secrets is like.
Don't
I keep
secret
it next
bag
to
shame
me.
Yeah, right.
Don't secret bag shame me.
To keep it within arm's
I keep
reach.
my secrets in a beholder. Like
Okay. Well, fine.
Anyway.
I'm Dustin and I'm cooler than everybody.
Yes, thank you.
So, let's jump into it. This episode was all downtime. They were given 2 weeks from last week to kind of decide what all they're doing. Since they kind of have a brief reprieve after they completed successfully both of the objectives given to them by the gentleman. They got a shit ton of money, and now they got to spend it. Yeah, and so everybody kind of gets a chance to, who wants to go first and tell what they do on their downtime. And they do, they do the nose goes. Oh, go ahead.
They do the nose goes, and Sam loses. So Not is up first.
Boy, what a big spender.
What a big
spender.
So Not first made up a little package full of trinkets and baubles and string and beads and 1 crescent ornament and 100 gold and a letter. We do not know what the letter said, but all of that was shipped off.
To Felderwind.
We don't know where exactly. Was it shipped off to Felderwind? But I know
They didn't
say where it was sent.
I feel like that's where the first one was sent. Because I remember she sent a package early on, and I think that's what the name was.
But I couldn't remember if they sent it to Felderwind or not. But we do know that Felderwind comes up later as a possible place for them to travel in the future. We also have Not trying to reverse engineer the gun.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Oh.
I didn't think that's what Not was going to do with the gun at all. I thought she was going to try to, modify bullets herself to, use the gun, not, use the gun to modify her arrows.
Learn from the gun and, yeah.
Right. So she ended up with 1 exploding arrow, and was possibly able to put the gun back together. We're not 100% sure on how well it works.
It's going to be fun when she tries to use it.
Last ditch chance, I'm sure. She also commissioned a pair of lovely human flesh-colored gloves with little embroidered fingernails.
Makes her even creepier.
I mean, I get it. She's already wearing the
Yeah,
mask,
yeah, I
and
mean-
so yeah.
But really,
yeah.
like, we haven't really had a lot of the outcroppings where people like freak out about a goblin.
Right.
Which I assume there might have been more of that.
I thought
But
so.
like, I don't know if like Matt even like remembers to do it, or like maybe they're just like, I don't know, because I kind of the way they set it up in like the beginning of the campaign early on, that she has that mask and she tries to not let people make like close inspections. Like I expected there to be a little more upheaval when people did find out she was a goblin, but yeah,
Right.
that's been kind of subdued through this.
Yeah, and a couple times people have just been like real off put and like get her out of here rather than
Right,
like, goblin
yeah.
attack.
Yeah.
Which is
Maybe
strange
that's
because
the way Matt chooses to play it. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say like in this campaign and the last one they were kind of like above the normal level that you would fight goblins, but there haven't been too many run-ins with them, except for. Have they run into goblins? I don't remember.
I don't
think
think
so.
they have it. No, yeah, they did.
There was one because
that
not like
camp-
killed
the
one.
first.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first camp, and then that's where we kind of got the first flavor of Yasha.
Of Yasha
was-
and
was
and
not-
Knott's
Right.
backstory
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Dunamis is goblins.
I'm
No.
gonna add goblins to the thing. Goblins?
Okay.
Question mark.
Then we got a letter.
Yeah, that Knott
went to
forges.
Knott went to Jester and asked for help in forging a letter sent to the Solstice Academy on behalf of Mrs. Lavore Esquire from Knott and Brave Law Firm,
Yeah.
inquiring about the last known location or forwarding address of one Asterit, no last name given.
Matchmaker,
From
matchmaker, make me a match.
from Leonard Leonard.
From
Or-
Leonard-Leonard.
Yeah.
That was okay. I just want to because I'm pretty sure like this is what I love about Laura and her improv, because I'm pretty sure that Knott was like saying hi Finn.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Yes.
And then like just Laura just being Jester so well. They're just like hyphen what? And I'm like, ah yes.
Perfect.
Right.
That is some Ebbett and Costello stuff.
Yes. Liam's face during that entire exchange,
Mhm.
though, it just went back and forth from pained at one point to just pure adoration for the two of them.
Still the same as the face with Taliesin as Sam was having the gun, and Talison's face
Right.
when Ford went to the gentleman to talk to someone.
Yes.
Like I just love watching Taliesin sit there with just a big shit-eating grin on his face.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, trying to find out what happened with Astrid. And so Knott seems to be on this kick of, everybody should be happy and do things because you don't know when you're going to die or,
Yeah, it's kind of like a weird leaf she's turned.
Yeah, that
A
seems
tea
to be
leaf,
her,
if you will.
that seems to be her reaction to Molly's death is that, go out and do all the things and we're going to make this happen.
YOLO.
YOLO.
But you think it also kind of sort of plays into knowing that she wants Caleb to be his best,
Yeah.
and knowing that he needs to like work through some things, and maybe this is a block for him, and he needs to. And we did get
Could
to
be.
share that Jester kind of knows, like, oh wait, that's the name he said to me when we were dancing, and
Right.
yeah,
Was it his girlfriend? Also, it was a total Nigerian scam with like those emails
That
you
was
get.
so great. I will say there was one thing with the Gen Con talks panel. Liam did kind of confirm that regardless of like who he runs into, like Caleb's not in any point that he wants to try to date or be in any sort of relationship with anybody. So it's gonna be interesting how this Astra thing plays out if it does actually get to her and they do meet up. So like I don't know.
I'm
Did
suspecting
Astrid-
somewhere along this long con we will meet up with her.
Yeah, I'm excited because I feel like she and whoever the guy was are like in what's his name's pocket. What's his name?
Trent.
Trent.
Oh, yeah.
Trent-icathon, yeah.
Ichthon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
So
I mean
that-
they're probably fully indoctrinated, and
Oh yeah.
yeah.
They probably
Oh,
know what
yeah.
Dunamis is.
Oh.
But that's kind of the main stuff
the
that Knott
next-
does.
Yeah, that's pretty much everything Knott does. And then we had Caleb, since Liam was the second to last to touch his nose or say not it. And they go shopping.
Trent Ikikon.
Yay!
They
Shopping.
decide to go shopping as they need some things, and they go to everyone's favorite shop, the Invulnerable Vagrant, bringing along our new friend Caduceus Clay to meet our multiple friends Pumat.
Oh, hold on. There was an interesting thing going back to Astrid that it is
Okay.
kind of weird now. FMA points it out that Not knows that Astrid poisoned her parents. So that is kind of weird now. Why would she go out of her way to like try to reconnect them?
But she also
Well,
knows
that's-
that Caleb did bad things, so maybe
I
she's
know,
hoping
but like,
some
They also,
reforming
like,
there.
they were also children. Like they were
Yeah.
like.
then you would expect them to like meet Astrid already in the place that Caleb was, right? Maybe.
No, we don't know.
No, because
Who knows?
Caleb
Caleb had special circumstances.
Caleb was in the crazy house.
Sorry. Back onto the shopping.
Back onto the shopping. Yes.
I mean, I will just preface this again with they weren't gone that long. They got to stop going to this guy. I mean, they're never. I want to know if there's one NPC who keeps coming to the Vagrant, being like, "I'm here." What again? You're out of stuff again?
Right.
Who are these people that keep buying all this stuff?
I love the stories of like bystanders that are like not part of the main story but still exist.
Yeah,
Doing all that stuff.
But,
Like,
like, I mean,
why are you always out of everything?
like,
It's like
what I like to think is like there's Zadashian like Yelp review like Invulnerable Vagrant is awful. They never have anything.
I just want some paper.
I just needed some incense for my house and now I can't.
There's
I've got
another
family
shop
coming
for
in
pizza.
town.
But not long enough for like magical
Yeah.
items to be replenished. I mean,
Right.
that's
Yeah.
I tried to get a custom order done, but they were already backed up. Who needs a flask that can make alcohol all the time?
Me. I do.
Like, this was a pacemaker for my dad.
that's a good point, David. Like they're going to a whole new place which could have a whole bunch of cool things, and all their money's gone.
Well, Knott's not. Knott
Yeah.
has
Well, yeah.
a lot of money apparently.
Not hoards for money.
Yeah. It's Caleb and Jester and Caduceus and Bo, and they meet the Pumats with the Caduceus Clay, and there's all the fur blogs, whatever you call them, however you pronounce it, since there seems to be
That's
quite a
Matt's
few of us
template.
who say all different ways.
Mm-hmm.
The firebalgs. Yeah. And they were so cute together.
They were,
They
and
were
I like how
They
aloof
were
Clay Caduceus was the whole time. Oh, twins, that's neat. Oh, there's three of you.
Your
Oh,
poor
I'm
mother.
so sorry for what your mother had to go through.
Yeah.
And then I liked even more when they kind of explain it, like, yeah, no, they're magically made, and Jester's like, no, they're people. They're their own people.
like respectfully, we are arcane
really-
constructs.
Yeah, they're basically just ice. I mean, because
Oh, yeah,
that's
they're made out
what
of snow.
Blackroom is. They're made out of snow.
Yeah.
So he did want to build a snowman. He
Matt!
watched that movie
We
4
talked
times.
about this. We talked about this before this
Listen,
trip.
I'm sorry. Sometimes I just have to.
So Caleb, back to the story. Caleb buys a lot of paper and ink
Mhm.
and incense, and then puts an order in for more incense. And he also gets some new spells. He gets Feather Fall and Expeditious Retreat and Catapult, because he wants to throw things around too, like Jester and Bo offered to do for him.
Mhm.
And after some haggling and a nice little discount, Bo ends up with bracers.
Yeah. Did we get what? So it just raises your AC. Is it just +2 to AC? Bracers of defense, you think? I can't remember. What
I didn't know if it was
exactly
bracers of defense, or is there a bracers of missile deflection too? Or I miss.
That could be
There's
two.
gloves
but she
of
can already
missile
do
snare.
that.
I know she can already do that, but yeah, so it's probably just bracers of defense. Because it does have the fine line ratings, and you can't wear armor, and you can't have a
Right.
shield, so it's
Yeah,
probably
that's- yeah.
defense. Jester and commissions a +1 enchantment for her axe, having been talked out of the ridiculously expensive axe that makes her look totally cool and turns people into candy.
Her
and
version of the poisoning raging sword of doom, or the what is it?
The
Raging
poisoning.
Fate, yeah.
Wait, yeah, it's
poisoning
so long.
raging flaming sword of doom.
But I do like the idea of having a spell like Odalux irresistible dance, or even Tasha's hideous laughter baked into a weapon.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because that's kind of cool.
Like if you
Especially
crit.
in the flavor for like a trickster
Cleric, yeah.
Trickster cleric. Would be hilarious and fun
It's
and
super cruel though.
It's hysterical.
it's hysterical.
Only if she sings that isn't it like an old techno song or whatever, like dance till you're dead. Off with your head. Dance, dance,
But yeah.
dance till you're dead.
So she gets talked out of that and down to spending a measly 400 gold on getting a plus one enchantment.
Yeah, +1 next.
And she also picks up the Dust of Deliciousness, which she gets a 5 gold discount off of because
Because he likes
she's
him.
cool and he likes her. Caduceus picks up goes halvesies on a cloak of Elvenkind with Jester, and also gets the broken longsword.
Yeah, from the time of before the calamity.
Yeah,
Age of Arcanum.
Age of Arcanum. It's broken.
It is broken. I kind of want to look now and let's tell Dory
Oh, and see if there's a vestige in there.
Yeah,
that
see if there's a
matches
sword
up with
vestige, because they didn't get a sword vestige.
I would really like to see the Dust of Deliciousness get used. Yes, I agree with you.
Is that the see it used or just I definitely want to see it used. Is that something from Mordekainen's or from Xanathar's?
Might
Sounds
be
like a
Xanathar.
Xanathar's. I did not get a chance to look that one up.
Nope, there's no sword listed in here. I just think it'd be cool if they have a vestige of divergence and don't know it.
Yeah.
It's like a side quest is finding the other piece.
Lobo. This one was sold to the invulnerable vagrant.
Yeah.
I don't think it was the one. Yeah, it's not the thing they found. Or was it?
How quickly will the
good,
dust be used on poop?
Yeah.
What did they end up doing with that one?
I don't know. Did they leave it or
The
did they
broken
take
sword?
it?
Yeah,
From the
broken
hideout.
from the hideout in the swamp.
They probably forgot about it.
Would it be funny if they sold it to Puma?
That's what
and
I
they
was just
bought it
thinking,
back?
and then they forgot, and then they brought it back.
That would be 100% great.
Did they?
Now I'm worried.
It's like, oh, they don't remember that they sold this to me, so
Oh,
now
I
I'm gonna sell it back to them.
I mean, he sold it to Clay, so yeah, that makes sense.
Did they?
I mean,
Oh my god,
they
I'm
as in
gonna
the
have to look.
Pumas.
We're gonna have to look this up.
I thought they sold something to Puma, but
they sold some kind of weapon to Puma.
Oh, that would be fantastic if that's what this is. The glaive.
No,
oh, they sold the glaive.
No,
No.
they have the glaive still.
They have
thought
the first glaive that they have from the.
The first glaive,
Oh,
right?
that's what they
Okay,
sold.
yes. There's
Yeah,
been
this
too
is-
many glaives
This is the
already.
second- There's 2 glaives, which sucks because glaives are my
From the
favorite
Knolls.
weapon in D&D. I don't know why, but they're cool.
Okay, that was funny. That would be hysterical if they sold that to him and then just bought it back for double the price.
But then
That would be
after that, Clay learns how to make potions.
Yep, and Pumats are still reading Chari's book.
The last one's
Because
reading. I like that he
the last one.
got pitched
Get a book club.
a book club because that's fun. Because even if you are all the same, would you have different opinions of a book? Essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then yes, Clay goes out and gets some herbs for healing, so he can make potions now for half the price. He also gets a straw hat, some
Yes.
cooking supplies such as tea and a new kettle,
Garlic.
and then he, not yet.
I know.
Then he and Jester go to the new magical, awesome place that is Suvo's Secrets.
They're looking
AKA
for diamonds.
A small tent that has one rocking chair, several empty tables, and
Awesome dragonborn.
an awesome old lady bronze dragonborn. I like the flavor that he said that her scales are starting to patina. I thought that was really cool.
A little tarnishing.
Yeah.
I like the idea of
very
metallics tarnishing as they get older.
Yeah,
I like that.
I really like that. And they ask her for the secrets.
And it's just a bag. Ah!
It's
Well,
just
And she just
Her
reaches
store
back.
is, that's what I love.
All
Her
staring
store
at
has nothing on display. It's just, hey, you want to see what's in my bag?
Like, is it
literally
does it really
a grab
count?
bag.
as a
It's
store.
like literally a grab bag store.
It's literally
Yeah.
just like go to Suvo's house, but she calls it Suvo's Secrets.
Like, I got things in here. Do you want them? They're
Yeah.
secret.
She was great.
Which hand do you want, left or right?
But like, how does she get this stuff? I want to know. Was she previously an adventurer? She just hoarding
Possibly.
everything because she's a dragonish type person?
You go through other
Or is
people's
it like-
trash.
Or is it just like fake stuff, like dope on a rope, kind of like?
Well,
I
it
mean,
seemed
most
to
of
be
it
a
seemed to
mix
be.
of both because she did have the diamonds.
And a
She
legitimate
had a
potion.
decent amount of diamonds.
Yeah, 12 diamonds. That's a lot of diamonds to have. Like how she
She had-
said, I
what
have
was it,
12
700
maybe.
Yeah, 12, and there was like 750 golds worth.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Those are
And then-
big. perfect
Yeah, so
diamonds.
that's that. She had some decent stuff.
I
she
want
had
someone to
potion.
follow her around for the day and see what she's up to.
Right.
Yes. So they do get the diamonds. So now both Jester and Caduceus have 300 golds worth of diamonds. So yay! They can bring people back.
Mm-hmm.
Yay, diamonds.
Mm-hmm.
Diamonds are a cleric's best friend.
They are shiny.
Yes.
She's a Drago. I guess that makes sense.
She also
yeah.
had in her bag of secrets a treated Albar matron hand paw.
Yeah.
Garlic for the vampires.
Vampires.
Which I am so upset that Lara failed that religion check.
I'm so happy. It's gonna be so much better when they
No!
run into vampires. She's gonna try to use garlic.
I
It's gonna be
just want
great.
I want the more hints of Silas doing stuff somewhere.
Oh, Silas is gone, Kate.
It's been 20
gone.
years and he's still there. He
No.
survived, Matt.
There's
survived!
but you know who else has had 20 years? Vox Machina. They could have tracked him down and killed him
Yeah,
off
no.
camera.
Don't think that
It
happened.
happens.
Yeah, no.
I
It
do
was
like. So there was one
incredible.
question in the chat. Do we think that Suvo is a possible Ravenite, or is Matt saying that she was a
Ooh.
Dragonborn enough for us to know if she was a Dragonborn? Because everybody knows the difference.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Tail,
it's
no
possible.
tail.
I think it would have been fun if they didn't see if she had a tail.
How many Dragonborns do you think are still left in the world?
Oh, that's true. Draconia is kind of gone, thankfully.
Well, like the noble dragonborns, like
Yeah,
how
it was
many,
just
like,
Ravenites.
Right.
'cause the Revenites sort of like did their thing, right?
Yeah, because they
Yeah.
were like, not. Yeah.
They were not treated nicely.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, how
many
polite is it to ask about
Draconians,
tails?
The Draconians, yeah.
Hmm.
There's not many Draconians.
No.
But we don't talk about it.
And anyway, there was also a cast iron orc mask.
Yes.
Oh, I think I missed that.
Yeah, it's the one that's supposed to have like the curse.
Has
said,
a
Oh,
little
the scary
tusk.
mouth. Okay, that's right. Okay,
Like, no.
I
There's
forgot
no
the rest
curse,
of it. There's no.
that's good. There's no curse.
You don't know where that's been.
But see,
that's
that's
fine.
what made me think that like sometimes she just finds things and like makes
Yeah.
up a story for them.
I
It's
just
like
have
all
this picture
the
of
rejected stuff from Antiques
Yeah.
Show.
yeah. I just have the picture of Jester putting the mask on, being like, "Look, I'm Ford. Howdy, 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 howdy," from Toy Story and chasing him around.
Yeah.
And then I think that was all they bought. Clay
And then-
does go off and do a little bit of meditation, and
I liked
fails
that chick
to-
too. She was neurotic as fudge. The chick that was teaching
Oh,
her how
the
to.
herb,
the
the
herb
herb
lady.
lady. Yeah,
It's like, real talking real fast. I can help you. I can help you.
Oh
I
yeah,
can help you. You need training?
I
I
really
training.
liked her.
Let's do training. You can do training.
I got training. But yeah, he also did some meditation to try and commune with Melora, and that did not happen. What else? That was pretty much for them.
This is where Ford threw us for a loop.
Ford decided to go on a walkabout, all by himself.
Yeah, were you guys surprised by that at all? And if you were to take
No.
somebody, who do you think you would take?
Bo,
Interesting.
because Bo has connections to
Yeah.
various
yeah.
underworlding things
That's
from her
very true.
previous life, and they have a special sort of bond. But I think Travis knew it was going to be a shopping expedition and wanted nothing of it, so he's like, I'm not going to be there.
Yeah. It was interesting though. Like I don't know. I thought that was just very unique to be like, we've got 2 weeks of downtime. I'm gonna use it traveling.
Yeah. So I thought with the travel, he was going to be looking more for information about the captain and the cloven crystal and things like that. But he actually spent it trying to find more information on the whereabouts of Sabian.
Yeah, and I thought Sabian was like a friend. I had forgotten that like that was the guy that he's pinning the destruction of his ship and like the death of the captain or his captain, whose name I instantly forgot. I wrote it down somewhere. I don't remember.
But he gets down to about Trustwald and doesn't get any information on it. So it's a little bit of a bust. Figures, you know,
he's got to go farther south.
You gotta go to the Menagerie Coast for anything on that. He plays with the sword a little bit, as boys tend to do when they're alone for 2 weeks.
Vandrin, that's the guy's name, or the captain's
name. I don't get it.
And he specifically looks at the eye that's on there.
Yeah, and it does something weird. It like doesn't move until he's casting his spell, and it looks at his target.
Yeah.
What do we think? Is it just his patron watching him consume and all the other whatever seven words?
In my head, it's like the book from Hocus Pocus. The little creepy eye.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could very well be something where it's his patron watching.
Watch.
Or it's just a creepy eye and the sword.
Potential.
And I wonder if it's like, ooh, magic is going this way. I'm going to, if it's like a honing device almost with the magic. Like, ooh, no, it's going that way. I must follow the magic.
That could be interesting.
Of a certain type. So if it's all coming from that patron, it's like, oh, nope, magic. Like a little divining rod.
Dowsing rod, yeah.
Dowsing rod, that'd
be fun.
Whatever. Ford's focus, yes.
Ford's focus. Yep.
And then he goes also to the gentleman.
Give me sight beyond sight. He does a lot of strange things.
Yeah, I didn't expect that. I did not expect him to go to the gentleman and talk about Molly with
Cree. Yes. So with the gentleman, he's specifically asking about contacts for the Menagerie Coast, specifically in Port de Molly, Nicodranus.
And he's specifically given a priest's name, which I think is amazing. He's like, I don't have a lot of people in my pocket, but here is a priest.
Father Dwendoff
Pierce.
Dwandir Pierce. I had an F instead of an R on the end of that. From the Pearl Shrine, and I bring many gifts, that little favorite phrase. And he's specifically in Port de Molly. So. And
he like warns them, like, if you don't do business with him, careful, because you better not cross me, the gentleman.
Right.
For whom you work for.
So that was interesting. And then, yes, he meets up with Cree on his way out, who asks him specifically about Lucian. And saying that she can't sense him anymore, and that she's having dreams where it's cold and sad and lonely.
Real sad.
Yeah, and then he kind of has to admit, well, yeah, sorry.
So here we go. Question in the chat. So do we still trust Ford? Is he a pure gentle cowboy or a liar who has many things going for him? I have not trusted him since the beginning of this King Sun 2.
It's a freaking warlock, guys.
It's a warlock, and even worse, he doesn't know that he doesn't even know how he's.
I don't think he knows.
He's evil.
Yeah, he doesn't know.
He's not evil.
He's evil, 100%.
Everyone in this campaign is evil, and they just don't know it.
Don't like your outlook on the world, guys.
Well,
don't like your outlook, your default outlook on the world.
Open your eyes.
Well, you know, we did get a little flavor about Molly, God rest her soul. That he wasn't the one that Cree knew.
Lucian
wasn't always Lucian, right? That wasn't entirely always the kindest.
Yeah.
Right.
Like there was
what was it? He was charismatic even in his cruelty or something like that?
Right.
Yeah.
And
that
they were part
phrase
of a
was
group
something.
called the Path Takers.
Task something.
I thought it was Path Maker. Path Takers.
Taskmasters.
Something like that.
It was the Fresh Makers, and Lucian's last name was Mentos.
Tomb Takers. No, that's something Takers, but we'll find it.
So can she do that with everyone whose blood she has?
Probably, if she focuses on it, and she's got to be some sort of blood hunter, because that's what
Well,
blood.
so did she undergo all the stuff that killed Molly or killed Lucian?
I don't think so.
afterwards?
Like, I think
Or is she
the
just
way
like an
she
initiate
described it,
and
it was
hasn't?
like 2 years ago, or 2 years prior to this, Lucian met up with a magic lady, and they were going to do some special ritual, and it failed or whatever on Lucian. And so from then on, I guess they just disbanded or something. I don't think anybody else did what Lucian did because Lucian died. If you see someone do something and they die, I don't think you're going to try it.
People skydive.
True, and it did sound very culty, so it could have been like a drink the Kool-Aid type of situation.
Right, and it's what, probably made him a blood hunter. So I'm assuming whatever was going on was the rights to becoming a blood hunter.
Possibly, yeah.
So killed him in the process.
Ooh, theory. Astrid was the one involved with the failed ritual. She is a very magic lady.
Interesting. Possible.
Very possible. Ooh, that'd be fun.
So yeah, so
it
that
sucks that we don't get any more Molly story though.
Yeah.
It's kinda just
we'll
done.
probably. No, we'll get some more. I'm sure. We'll find out a little more
I
tidbits.
wonder if that
as
was
they work.
Travis like going towards, just like, he did die. Maybe we could like get some information or something. Like, just as like, because Ford wasn't there, and like I think Ford feels this is so that, like quick Ford watch because Jess isn't here.
Boop,
Or
boop,
forecast.
boop, 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 boop. Ford watch.
Just like I do believe that Ford himself is a good person and doesn't realize, because I fully believe that. I mean, it's a warlock, that his patron probably has its hands in or tentacles in a lot of things.
No tentacles.
That aren't great. Pretty sure it's evil, but I think that Ford, legitimately as himself, was like he felt bad for not being there for Molly and kind of wanted to get. I don't know. I don't even think he kind of knew what he was looking for, but like just come, Yeah. Just wanted to get some like feelings on it, and like I think he feels guilty.
And all this hit him real hard because like it is. If you look at like the facts of the situation, it is his fault. It is because they got captured.
And Kree hit him with that.
Yeah,
She said,
I love
it's
that
because
so
of your
much.
carelessness that he's gone.
That was amazing. It's
Oh,
like,
shit.
Hell yeah! Accountability, yo.
We got Bo.
We did get Bo.
Bo goes on a monk retreat with Caleb. So
Like a
she
4-day, like a Friday to Sunday.
Monk retreat! Monk retreat!
We're going to the library.
Jeez.
Gonna get a book on.
Beating people up, extorting
So,
the
yeah.
truth.
So she trains
Love
with
that
Tubo.
phrase.
With Tuba. Yeah, and so
Tubo.
Dairon's not there, and she's behind enemy lines right now.
It has been for a while.
And she's been seeing what she's what did I write? Assessing threats of the current people in charge there. So it'll be interesting if either A, she returns and is fine and can give a report, or B, is somehow turned against everyone and indoctrinated into this thing we'll talk about in a minute.
Yeah. So yeah, Bo drops Caleb off. Be like, hey, you go read your books, have fun. I'm gonna go do the monk stuff.
Can you babysit my adult friend as he reads books?
And then she goes and starts goes to Tubo and is like, "Oh, let's learn. Let's do this." And the first thing he does is take her to read books.
Here, read some books.
She's like,
But it's interesting, and I saw someone on Twitter ask it to Talks Machina, but I'm gonna propose it here. Do you guys think it is a flavor thing that Bo always has to go back to the Soul Train? No, Cobalt Soul.
the Soul Train.
Yep. To like learn her monk things.
I think it's flavor.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think it's completely flavor, and it's fun. I like
It's
that.
a lot
I
of
like,
fun.
Yeah.
I like giving in-game flavor reasons for why you get the things that you do.
Yeah.
I just really like that.
I wanted her to get her magic hands from having sex with Keg, but that's besides the point.
We can only hope, and write fan fiction about it. Yeah, I'm
These
interested
are-
to see.
Does she have spirit fingers?
Do you want to read my fanfic?
She can punch ghosts now, guys.
She can't punch ghosts. No, I'm interested to see the flavor, like, when
I
they level
punched
up.
ghosts today.
You did. We're proud of you. When, like, they're not in a place where she can come back to the soul. Blue Cobalt Soul. Let's say Blue Soul. Place, library,
The Blue
to, like,
Soul
learn something.
Soul Train.
The Blue Soul Train, Cobalt, Butterflies. What is
Preserves.
it?
Pumat Soul.
Preserves. The Cobalt preserves.
The blue cobalt. Pumat Soul. What is happening? Anyway, yeah, she starts doing all the learnings and the things with the monk stuff. The monk
Okay.
stuff.
Random. I'll be right back. Y'all guys keep talking. Something's happening to my window.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, if something
so-
busts through, I'm
Yeah.
gonna be.
That'd be amazing.
So
So yeah. So Bo does her training.
she learns how to extort truth. I just really like the love of that phrase. I love the phrase extort truth.
I kind of
But I
almost see
like-
it like
I like that she failed, or she sassed back or whatever, and he ended up just hitting her and getting the and now you tell things about your childhood that you don't talk. Like, yes. So like she was sassy, and Tubo was like, nah, right in the throat.
yeah. I almost see it's some kind of like a Vulcan neck pinch kind of thing going on too with her, where she starts.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, wax on, wax off, bitch. So it'll be fun watching her play with her new abilities.
Yeah, she can extort truth. Punch the truth
Yeah.
out of people.
Punch the truth out of the ghosts.
Are you lying to me? Papa.
You're not gonna get waterboarded. You're gonna get bow boarded.
Bo ported.
Sounds more fun.
Yeah, it does.
So that's Bo.
And so while she's doing that, Caleb
We get
is doing
information.
his research. Oh my god, you
We
guys!
get good lore. Dunamis. Which
Dun,
backwards
dun, dun.
is some anud. What does that mean?
What? No.
Simanud. Sin nudes. That's the secret.
Oh no.
You ruined it. You ruined it.
Excellent. Yeah, no, he gets a lot of information. He does more looking into specifically Zorhas and their use of the word like beacons and reincarnation, and kind of just trying to get a hold of what is going on over there as far as books are concerned.
So he rolls a 19 on his check for learning about the about Zorhas, and he specifically starts researching into the Kreen dynasty. Finds out a little bit of history of the Drow there. That how the Drow separated from the other elves and followed Lolth, and then were
Lolth.
Lolth.
LOL.
And how after the Calamity and the Divergence, they returned to the Underground and started being corrupted by the Chain of Oblivion. But now it seems what they've been able to gather from penetrating the Korean society,
Oh lord.
that they are now worshipping some kind of new and dangerous entity called the Luxon.
I like it. I like everything about it. What is the Luxon?
Right.
Well, apparently, the Luxon has some sort of burning banner associated with it.
Yeah, I've got the whole thing written down that Matt said. I could just read it.
Go for it.
Yeah, do it.
They seek to bring all under its burning banner. They've rallied the surface of Cordranus, casting the skies in eternal midnight that spreads with their dominion. They begin taking the ravenous hordes of the beastmen and terrors of the Zorhasian wastes and indoctrinate them under this new false god. Which that part is interesting. The false god is interesting because I want to know who wrote these books, and so like what sort of like what side that's coming
Always
from.
check your references.
Yeah,
Yes,
like
very
who is
good.
calling it a false god?
Mhm.
Like, is this somebody from Zorhas or is it somebody here? Probably somebody from the library because they had like
Writers
Yeah.
always have bias.
exactly.
Yep.
Yeah, who are the
Um,
beastmen? I'm assuming they're people like Ford. That's why he was one of the people that was taken because he's like a beast man.
Beast man. Maybe they're centaurs.
Ooh, that too. And
Uh,
maybe I don't know what.
Maybe it's like a classification of lesser people in Kryn.
Probably.
maybe.
Since they themselves have their own term.
Does
against
Yasha
them.
count as a beast
I was
man
gonna
in
say
their
maybe
society?
the whole indoctrinated thing in Eternal Midnight, like that's her vision that she had of the town when all like
Yes.
the worms were coming
The
out
darkness,
of the ground.
yeah. 100% agree on that one. We also find out that
Driders. Yeah, that could be.
Driders.
Too.
That children are being adopted by the Kreen.
But more so now than ever before.
More so in the last generation, yeah. And we get a little bit on the Empress Layla Skrin, or as they call her, Umave. We don't know what that means, but she's...
Umave.
I was just thinking of like the Rico
Unagi.
Suave. I was just like Rico Suave.
I was thinking umami.
Queen.
A savory
Umami.
ruler.
Unagi.
But she's over 600 years old, apparently.
And a really fierce warrior. So another kick-ass lady I am here for.
I love all like the Hy-Vee kind of like
Yes.
imagery we get, or like flavor that we get with these guys. And
Yes.
love all of this.
Lots of flavor. It's like
We
you,
also
you
learn-
sprinkled dust of deliciousness all over this campaign.
Well, Matt is just a dust of deliciousness dispenser.
That's why his
And
hair is so
then-
big. He keeps so much deliciousness
So
in
much
there.
deliciousness in it.
Yep. That's weird to say, but I said it's out there now.
It's too late now.
Can't
It's
take
on
it
the
back.
internet.
Yep.
Nope.
Nope, it's on the internet.
I wouldn't try to take it back, even if I could.
The second thing that Caleb researches and spends 3 days on, he wants to research the Weave of Time. And it rolls a 22 for it. And it is during this we learn about Dustin's new favorite obsession.
Dunamis.
Dunamis.
Suwanad.
We do learn that time is a construct, and that while there are some leaps and bounds, mostly
Like
when it comes
slowing
to
it
magic,
down, speeding it up.
mostly when it comes to magic dealing with time, you're having only things like haste or slow that just affect a small period, and that anyone back through his research, specifically back to Age of Arcanum, 1,500 years ago, anyone who tried to do more than that pretty much ended up nearly dead or dead.
Don't mess with
See,
that.
but this could get into the whole
reversing
weird.
time is ridiculously dangerous. You shouldn't do it.
See, this could get into the whole like time travel debate. Like maybe the people who were disintegrated just like weren't there anymore because they succeeded.
Right, they went to a different time.
They went to the time.
Yeah.
They did the thing. I don't think it's real.
Yeah.
I don't want time travel to exist in fantasy settings.
Time
It's
travel?
Too
No,
messy.
yeah.
Way too.
But
messy.
like we do learn the word dunamis, and we learn, like Matt says, that whether it's a new
It's a new magical energy.
Or
energy that's in,
a-
or a forgotten energy.
Right.
Like,
So it's
what
either
is
new.
this?
And oddly
What
enough,
is
they're
this
like
dunamis?
practicing with it in the Soldiers Academy. It's
Yes.
a new magic arcane experiments regarding time and reality.
And so is that why the Cerberus Assembly had the beacon?
Quite
Were
Oh.
possible.
they messing with that, as that was like their like, hey, let's.
And that's why Trent and his lackey are like super.
It's their
set
little
on getting
mouse
back.
in a cage. It's their little time mouse in a cage.
Oh no! I'm sure that they're more. You're using real people, forgotten.
Oh, for
people.
sure.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
100%.
So at this point with Caleb, are you guys thinking he himself wants to go back in time, or he just wants to like erase
So
that time? Because he says this thing where he like wants to wipe it
Yes.
from his.
He wants to
memory, kind of?
carve it out of his past.
Yes. So are you
Is how
thinking
he
he wants
phrased
to
it to
go
not.
back and stop it from happening, or just like erase that from his mind and
That's
be able to
not
move
a.
on?
It's not a good phrase either way.
No.
What do you guys think is his end game? Like, if he survives to the end and gets to a level where he can do this thing that he wants to do, what do you guys think it is?
I
that he's
think
trying
he
to
wants
do?
to actually alter it. I think he wants
Yeah.
to make it not exist. I don't think he wants to take it out of his time. I think he wants control over time. And who just said it in chat? Uncle Luke. Because given Liam's love for Dragonlance and Raceland in particular, I can see why he has this element in Caleb's backstory. And read.
Enlighten us
Dragonlance.
for those not
Yeah.
knowledgeable of the Dragonlance books and
Well,
Raceland.
Raceland is a wizard that basically wanted to be all powerful and sought as much of it as could and sacrificed pieces of himself to get there. And in the end, spoilers for anyone who hasn't read Dragonlance, I mean, he does reach like godhood levels, and he goes back. I think there is time travel. He does go back to Ishtar before the comet cataclysm. I don't remember, but yeah, there's this wizard who wants to like have this power and change things, and it's pretty interesting. His bracelet is pretty much like doesn't really he's a very like teenage me really loved him, and then when I reread the books as like adult me, I'm like I don't resonate with him like I did as a teenager as an adult, because I'm like, you're making some bad decisions.
Yeah.
Right.
Which could kind of be where Caleb is at. He didn't really have those traditional teenage years either.
Nope.
So he could still be in that mindset where it's like, oh, I can do these things, and he still has to mature in his magic.
But for the only thing that I could look up, so I looked up the word dunamis, and it is like an old Roman word, or also Greek as well. I use some biblical stuff, but it literally is just inherent power. So just like the concept of a power, not like an actual thing. It's just power. Like nobody has really found a good definition for it. I thought that was really interesting.
Yeah. So it'll be fun to see what develops from that. And I think, do we think Trent is the one experimenting with that, or is it?
Because it was him. People? It was him and like his wizard friend that were like doing the flying around and bombarding the Zorhasian assassins, trying to get it back. So he definitely wants it, because I think they were both there when it was stolen. So maybe they were like in the process of that day trying to like do stuff.
Yeah. So it'll be some fun. It'll be some fun. Or
new theory, unless
it's Astrid.
Not Astrid. Oh, it could be her. But they were in cahoots with the Zorhasian spies, and they were supposed to get away with it, so they could later give Trent the dodecahedron so he could study it. But since some of them got caught, he like, oh nope, gotta kill them all.
Interesting conspiracy theories.
Because I don't like Trent. I don't want him to die.
Trent bad.
To die in a fire.
So yeah, Liam did say he had a couple, or Caleb, I should say, said he had a couple of pathways for what he wants to do when he was talking to Not about does he want to change things, and he said part of him, just says, oh, I want to keep it from happening to other people. And then he goes on about the carving it out of his past. So who knows where he'll ultimately land? There's some growing to happen, some leveling to happen, and story progression that might.
God, we're still so young. They're still so young. D&D character-wise.
Level 6.
God, it feels like they've been through so much, but like we didn't get
they like
young
piled
kids.
on the like emotional trauma in their backstories heavily.
Oh yeah,
because they're all evil.
And
and then that was it, right? That was it. That's all that happened. Oh no, wait.
Yeah, nothing else happened. No, absolutely nothing. I can't remember a single thing.
Really? Yeah, that was the most exciting things that happened.
I mean, we've got ghost.
Everyone had really boring downtimes.
Oh wait, that other one.
Or did they?
One. I literally have hood rat shit under Jester.
Hood rat shit.
She wants to vandalize.
Oh my god!
church.
What the fuck? So yes, Jester wants to make the Traveler like her again, which kind of broke my heart a little bit.
Oh,
so
that was kind of like
yeah. After she and Clay give Not the Cloak of Elvenkind.
And it's funny if you watch, you see Taliesin over there like folding the little piece of paper that they give to Sam as a gift.
Yeah. So then she enlists Not to come with her to the Platinum House to face the Platinum Dragon statue.
And it is the most buck wild thing.
The pool on them getting arrested, like, I'm just waiting for that day.
Oh, yeah.
Like, the pot is getting big. The pool, whoever has that pool date They're gonna be in a lot of money.
It was some insanity that they pulled.
Like every
And
spell
because-
was used.
Yeah, because it was downtime, you can do that. That's the fun thing of having those little insular moments where it's like, yeah, I know I'm not gonna have to go and fight a dragon. I'm not gonna have to go
Like,
off and do this, so I'm just
this
gonna
is my
blow
day.
every spell I have.
And like this is what I also love is like she didn't expect. She just she said for the 2 weeks I scout out some places and then I'm gonna go vandalize the thing in the name of the traveler, and she didn't expect. She's like, in Laura's mind, she's like, this won't take us very long, and then it ends up being like
It is the
most of
longest part of the
Like they
entire
skipped
episode.
the break because it happens like it was getting close to the break, and then
it happened.
I
Oh my god.
did like when Matt mentioned that the Dawn Father's sanctuary is not too far away, and Laura was just like, that's tempting because of the last campaign, but no.
I like before that where he's like, you can go to this one. She's like, no, I already hit that one.
Did it.
You go to this one. Oh, no, I already did that one too last time.
That
But
one's
yeah, no,
full of
she
guards.
like turns into the head guy, the priest, and then not turns into like someone else and pretends to be the assistant. And they're like, you have an assistant? And she's like, yeah, it's a new thing, totally.
Just hired him.
She just
Like-
or he just wants some alone time.
I just hired him.
they go in with a good plan and then they just improv their plan and mess it up.
But that's the best part. It was like the
I know,
two
that's what
best
I love about it.
improvers of the group.
Yes.
But then like they as their characters they also improv. Like she had a good setup and then Not comes in and just says ridiculousness and this is
doesn't even
what I was
mention the
thinking.
name of the guy.
Well, yeah, and like what I always think is like Sam plays Not like she's like really not into understanding how a lot of like, which I like too, like she's a goblin, she doesn't understand how like all of this like non-monster race stuff works, right?
What is
Like
this human society thing?
I've heard like what I like to think is that Not is like, oh, I've heard holy water and I've heard like this, and like now I'm gonna help my friend to be like, oh yeah, now everybody leave, we gotta change the holy water. Yeah, that seems like a thing that normal races do.
It was so much fun. Like I don't even.
Yeah,
Just go and watch it. Watch it again.
Sam plays that -3 charisma.
Watch it at 2 times. It is just like listening to Yakety Sax while you're watching it.
So funny.
Well, I
Painting
watched it
Platinum
2
Dragon.
times today, and I watched it on 2 times speed, and it's so good on 2
so
times speed.
fun. My favorite part about the whole thing though is that like they were just floppy with the rules. They didn't matter. Matt let everything fly, and it was perfect.
Oh,
Like
so
that is how you
good.
DM to have fun because that's what it was about.
I was screaming in the chat for Laura to remember her new
Her
channel Divinity.
invisibility. And
Like
that's
the
what's-
whole time, I'm like, oh
Yep.
my god, just do it. Just do it. You have this now, just do it.
just do it, and that's what saved her butt. She used every spell. She like used Trump Person at higher levels to get it on more people. Some succeeded,
Blink.
some didn't. Blink screwed her over. Can't you move in the ethereal plane, or are you just stuck there?
I
Only
thought you
10
could.
feet.
Oh, really?
Well, no, that's when you appear, but like you disappear, and I think you can still move around.
Yeah, I thought you could move around. Maybe.
I
maybe
thought
not.
you move, then you blink, and you can blink back 10 feet away from there, and then you can move.
Who
But while you're
knows?
blinked in the ethereal plane, you can move, and then, I don't know.
I don't know, because
I
you blink
do
back
like-
at the start of your turn.
I do like
I don't-
that the city guard has beads of force.
Yes!
Because I love beads of force, and normally if there's a one shot and they give us money to like buy magic items, I
Oh, yeah.
always buy beads of force because
They're so useful.
one time I think I just threw a handful of them.
Oh, no, just to see
Like
what
we were playing in a one shot and we didn't get to use them, so at the last minute I just like threw them at my party and just like,
Can we get
yeah, I
someone
take this
for-
bag and I throw them.
Can we get them for Bo so she can use those instead of the cherry poppers?
Those would be fun.
I
Pokeballs.
just love beads of force.
It was cool though. Like it was so smart doing the dispel magic on it. I did not see that
Yes.
coming. I did not think of that at all. And then she's like, "Oh, dispel magic," because she's gonna save her friend, and they're both gonna escape, and they did, and it was great.
It was so funny. So much fun. And I think Laura just had a ball because she is back in her element now. She's missed this. And she was just like, we're doing it.
And like the
We're
Scambo
going. Balls to the
callback,
wall.
the Scambo
Yes.
callback, and both of them, like Scambo and this, are episode 31 of the campaigns.
Yep.
But after this is what we really need to talk about.
Yes, after all the insanity, we get a visit from our favorite guy.
He's not my favorite anymore. I gotta say, he's kind of creeping me out.
He's my favorite.
That's fine.
Well, I don't know
I'm not gonna
about
yuck
after
anyone's
this.
yum, but so the traveler's there.
Yes.
And he's doing this thing where he's like, "You don't have to see me to know I'm there." All
I'm
creepy.
I'm with
gaslighting
you all
stuff.
along.
The first thing she says to him, though, is, "Did you see what I did? Do you like me again?" Which is just heartbreaking, because this was her only friend.
Stockholm at this point now.
I know it is a little Stockholmy, but it was her only friend for the longest time, and she's lost, like, the only other person she knew was her mom, and now she's just going through this trauma with losing Molly and not being there, and, like, it broke my heart.
See, and that's how I was at the beginning of her story. Like, oh, this is her only friend, and I'm like, oh, this is her only friend.
Yes. Well, she has no friends now, and he even says to her, "Don't you want more friends? Like, you have to talk to people. Don't you want more friends?" She's like, "Oh, so many friends."
Weird. Like, oh, and then he like asks about the thing. Like, when did he even see
That
the
was
thing?
I was not expecting that.
I liked
So,
everyone
that
else's
was-
faces.
The traveler looks at Jester and asks to see the orb.
It's like what we know about whatever this.
Like, can I
Dunamis
see that
is.
ancient relic? And everyone else's faces are just doing like the eye thing. Like, what is he asking about?
Yeah, like
And she's like, "Oh yeah, sure." But I'm sure, in Laura's mind, she's like, "What the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on? What am I about to do?"
yeah.
Jester's
But
all
of course, Jester would be trustworthy.
Oh,
100%.
absolutely.
And
But then, like, what we know about what that is, like, what does that mean for the traveler?
And Matt's description of the creepy curl, like, "Oh god, he's evil."
Yeah. And
And
like,
he
you
said-
don't see his face; you only see like the little bottom, and I'm like,
So like, it could be a different person every time.
Yeah, so he said he's never come across a magic like this before, and agrees that she should keep it hidden.
Yeah.
Because one never knows what kind of eyes are looking for this.
but Ford has an eye.
Ford does have an eye!
Ooh, that'd be fun. Get it in front of the eye and see it, like, ooh. And then he eats it.
Ooh. Pac-Man.
And then he gets luck feature, and that's it.
Yeah. Then he goes into the whole thing, "Don't you want some friends?" And she's like, "Yeah."
Yeah, she's like, "You
And-
need to meet the other ones." And it's
yeah,
like
he's like,
weird,
"There's
like,
more like you out there."
this guy's creepy. Red flags. Like,
So
run out
he
of there.
says,
Stranger
he
danger,
said
blow the whistle.
he plans a cult meeting
Yes.
for the next
For Traveler
year.
Con.
Traveler
The teddy
Con
bears
is
have
going
their
to
picnic.
take place on the day of Zenith in Undalar, which, according to the Tal'Dorei guide we have here, it is the 26th day in Undalar. This summer brings hotter days towards the middle of Undalar. The noonday sun of the 26th day is called the Zenith, and is considered the first true moment of summer.
Dun, 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 dun.
It's like the solstice
Summer
sort of thing.
solstice.
It's yeah. Well, not
But,
summer
you know-
solstice, because there is a
Well,
solstice
yeah,
later on, but
But like, I mean,
it's the first day
first
of
day
summer.
of summer, and we know that Fae things are very
Yeah, so
into.
we're gonna
like,
And
break
all the
this
kids
down.
are out of school, so they're going to get
All the
stolen.
kids are out of school.
like
From
Memorial
All the
Day.
water parks open for normal hours.
from the previous campaign, we learned that Artagon is an uncourted Fae. He does not belong to either summer or winter, or Seelie, Unseelie, depending on how you want to play this.
How do you want to say
What
this?
better time than to wreck the shit of both courts than at the
Oh
moment
my god!
where it switches?
just destroy the court system of the
Is
Fae.
Artagon trying to wage war on the courts for
Wage war, fuck
uncourting
shit
him?
up, have fun, who knows?
I mean,
Oh no!
figure to a Fae that's fun on all sorts of angles.
I want Matt's Fae bullshit so bad. I want to see what because we've only had a tiny taste of it with Artagon.
Yeah.
Like, I want to see his court politics. I want to see all of this ridiculousness, and I'm so excited.
Well, that's because you have Fae ancestry.
I know. I want my people, but we don't know. So what is this like? It's a really strange time that he's picked,
Mm-hmm.
and if he's bringing together all these people that he's not only has following him, but is imbuing them with power. What is he doing?
What?
And
how many of them?
And how many of them are there?
And like, are they all just clerics? Or are they all like what? Does he have like some warlocks?
A lot of prostitutes.
A lot of prostitutes.
Man,
I
want to see
love
it, but also I'm like, oh boy.
I want to see
everything about that sounds so.
And like
Jester's
crazy. Just like A-okay, but Laura's got to be freaking out. It's gonna be fun.
Love it.
It's
a good
story.
Like
dramatic irony, us being able to watch it and not have to deal with any of the bullshit.
But the thing is,
I want to consume the bullshit.
In game time, Zenith of Undalar is still 6.5 months away.
Yeah.
We're not going to get this until they're like level 15 at this rate.
True. Who knows?
I mean, we might have more downtimes in the thing.
Yeah.
Larger spans of downtime, depending on where they go with the story. And we all know that these kids are unpredictable, so who knows?
Who knows? But yeah, it's 6.5 months away. So it's going to stew for a little bit. But I'm so excited!
Yeah, and then afterwards they all meet up and kind of decide as a group that this Ford thing, the thing in his stomach, since that deadline is like this month. What month are they in?
They are in
Gesundheit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one.
And so like he kind of tells them more about Sabian and how Sabian is the one that sabotaged the ship. And he jumped off, like, because Ford caught him lighting a fuse. And they run up, yelled his name, and he's like jumping ship, which is weird because Ford said that they were in the middle of a storm, so he jumped off without like any regard for like that he knew.
Unless he knew something that Ford didn't.
Exactly.
Yep.
So now they're gonna go.
Blew up the boat.
He blew up the boat. Captain died, and now he wants to kill him, but also get answers.
Yes, King. I caught that too. I liked Bo's comment about wanting to see Jester's mom. Like, I want to visit your mom.
Has got it going on. I want to see the Ruby of the Sea.
We all want to see the Ruby of the Sea. We all want
the diamond nipple tassels.
My favorite part of the end of the episode was when Bo is telling everybody that she can punch ghosts now.
Yes.
And they're like, why would you punch a ghost? And they're like, everybody has a ghost they want to punch or whatever. And then
ghosts are scary.
They like ask Clay something. He's like, one ghost. There's probably one ghost that I don't want to punch that I've met. And I'm like, he's met ghosts! Of course he has.
Because he lives not in a cemetery, but a graveyard. Because there is a difference, as we have learned. Graveyard has an attached temple, whereas a cemetery does not. Fun little factoid. But yes, so
question.
Whoa, question.
Do you think the individual members of the M9 have made Zadash a better place for having been there? It's definitely a different place.
Definitely different. I don't know if they've made it better because they're working for...
the gentleman.
Yeah, they're working for the gentleman. They have not put him out of business, but like kind of slowed his business down, Pumat, because like he can't sell anything because they bought it all. And you can only make magic items so quickly.
But they were the champions and put on quite the show.
That's true.
They brought some joy.
They did, they did out some corruption.
They killed a corrupt person with a fireball.
Yeah.
Or with a friend and a fireball.
Yeah. Man, that feels like it was so long ago.
Right.
Maybe they still have some work to do.
Yeah. They didn't leave it worse.
Outcome unclear. Well, they did improve the local government by placing a dude in power due to fireball.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that's the only thing everybody's saying is that they took down the corrupt lady. Yeah, that's better in that regard.
Yep.
FMA says Turtle Bard NPC appearance in the coast.
The Bayou Turtle!
Wait, is this a thing? What is this?
That was the thing from the Fireside Chat. The NPC they made.
Oh, I missed
Bayou Turtle Bard.
Excellent, that could be
One
fun.
eye.
What else? I think that's really it. Oh, the message to Yasha.
They messaged Yasha. That took 4 messages to tell her where they were going because
Sorry, I got cut off. Like the way
I got cut off because I just kept talking and not paying attention to the letters of my
I just
spell.
love that, like, Talison's there counting, and then Sam's like, eh.
And then Not at the very end brings up to Caleb that maybe once they're done with what goes on the Menagerie Coast, they might head to Felderwin on their way to Rexingtrum.
Yeah, go to Knott's old stomping grounds.
Yeah, so get some more goblin backstory.
Yeah, but we're already gonna get Ford and Chester backstory, and those
I'm
are the
so
backstories
excited.
that I want the most.
I want the Menagerie Coast so bad. Like, I have visions of it in my head.
Well, we had the tiny hint with last campaign, with them being in at Dallin's. Wasn't Dallin's
Dallin's closet.
hideaway? Dallin's closet. Yeah.
Hideaway, something like that.
Yes. Wasn't that in the Menagerie Coast?
That was in the Sea of Gifts.
That was
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Then,
that was
nope.
in Marquette. Yeah.
So
That was the beach in Marquette.
right.
Yeah.
So yeah. So yeah, the Menagerie Coast. Forget if he had what he had in here about that.
He just needs to make another book, like ASAP.
You heard it here,
I'm
Mercer.
looking.
Get on it.
looking. Give me a
Not that
second.
you work for us.
Yep. If that
You work at
happens.
your own pace, and you make wonderful things, and we love you. With that being said, yeah.
Does anybody in the chat have any other things that we might have skipped over, or that they want to talk about, or they want us to talk about?
You were your favorite. That was your favorite things. That wasn't a sentence that made sense, but you got the
We
gist.
got it. We got it.
I gave up on English.
So here's a question: Who do we think is going to multi-class first?
Jester.
Really?
Take some
Yeah.
rogue.
Yeah, she's gonna take something because we already know Lara isn't straight up with the heels.
Yeah. So Ex Lobo Kaylee's package. Mark Humes did verify on Twitter that he has officially sent something to Matt,
Well,
but doesn't know how long it's going to get there.
it may get forwarded as now she has put as Jester has put in a forwarding service.
True. I'm talking like physically. He sent something to
I know.
members. And so eventually, maybe they'll get that.
So I have the little bit that I have about Port Damali in the Tal'Dori campaign is that where is it? Such a journey leads to the massive port town of Port Damali, a prosperous city where most anything is legal, largely run and puppeteered by the Myriad.
Oh.
Okay, so that's the criminal underbelly that the gentleman doesn't.
That is,
control.
yeah. We know that they're in opposition, the Myriad and the Gentleman, because the Myriad were trying to get a foothold in Zadash.
Guys, if there's a hot swashbuckler lady involved in this next portion,
We may not have Kate available for any more.
She will be sedated and
I will
probably
be in my bunk.
instituted.
or dead from
From
Magic Hands. No, wait. No, sorry.
Hey, what?
Ah.
So, yeah,
Pirates.
so that
I'm excited for pirates. 'Cause there
I
will be
love pirates.
Or maybe he'll use like pirate lore that we were talking about earlier today. Anyway, I think that ends it up.
Oh, I didn't hear that, Ook.
What?
Matt said right before break, possibly accidentally, that Devin Rue did artwork for the Wild Map campaign guide. Maybe it was a mistake, because I think she did this map. In the Teldor?
In the Teldor? I don't think she did.
No,
No,
that was
she did. That was somebody else.
Oh god, what the hell is his name? I have it. Hold on.
Development. Joseph Carr? No.
Oh, I hope it's like Corla from
Andy Law.
Neverending Story.
Yeah, there we go.
Andy Law.
I just pulled out my map.
I just looked on the front
I was
page.
like, I was like, wait, where is the signature?
Not sure what Caleb needs for his end goal
Well, he could
spells,
take
but I see him
at
taking
8, he
a
could
level
take-
and monk to be
Also,
less pushy.
oh yeah.
He could take the tough feat too. I mean, my
Yeah.
wizard took the tough feat.
Yeah, always just it's a real quick way to get some hit points.
I could see Clay taking some druid.
Kind
Yeah.
of. I think his flavor. Yeah, I guess I could
I
see.
mean, I
it.
think his flavor's pretty
Spore
tasty
druid.
already.
Now that it's apparently becoming official. It's going to be in the...
I'm so happy about that because spore druids are the best.
Is it going to be in Ravnica, I think?
Yeah, it's
They
Ravnica.
said? Yeah.
Mhm.
So Spore Druid will become official. So Taliesin may dip into that with.
My Planescape character is now official. Yeah.
But speaking of Clay, he said again that he has something he's trying to do and is trying to get more information on that. And we didn't touch on it quite so much last week, but he's trying to go east.
Yeah. Nobody knows why.
So for some reason, he is being pulled toward Jorhas.
Is that to the east?
Interesting. Yeah.
I thought that was
that's
to the
Yeah.
west.
That's
Nope, they're going west.
nope. The west is Teldore.
Okay.
Well, not Teldore, but yeah,
Is
Teldore.
the coast, the
Yeah.
Port Damali, and
Well, Port Damali is the
yeah.
south.
yeah, but it's
Okay,
still along the
I'm always
western
looking at the
coast.
map upside down because of the stream. Or
Yeah,
maybe
Jorhas
I'm
is
looking at
the
it back or
east.
something. Clay's family went east and didn't come back. I think
Yeah.
Clay's family went 6 feet under and he just won't tell anybody. Because he murdered them all.
So
Well,
is this sighting?
Well, no, he talked about like how
Root
this
out the
family's trying to
corruption
like
in the I know, I was
research the
kidding.
corruption and like. So what if that corruption is tied to Jorhas
Oh, it
in
has
Oh,
that
yeah.
forest?
100%.
Yeah.
Because if the Kree, we know the Kree have been in, Shady Creek Run.
They were there
It's all
when they
them
left,
there.
yeah.
So have they brought that?
He already drank his family.
Oh,
Yes.
so did they bring that corruption with them?
And are we going to get to see any Myconids this campaign? I really want to see some
I
of those.
want Myconids.
Especially if we're going to introduce spores. Like, come on, let's do it.
You can have the Lichen King.
The circle of lichen. That sounded like Lion King when you said it. Okay, let's end it there.
Yeah, it's a good, we good one. Good. It's a good place to end. We're all traveling. We're all heading to a new place. Some of us are actually going to the beach next week.
Lucky. Gotta pretend to walk. He's pretending to walk with me.
I'm going north next week.
I'm going to the beach,
I'm
but
going
it's not a good
south.
beach because it's the Jersey Shore.
Taliesin has hinted that there were threads of Molly's backstory that he's tied to Clay.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Did he drink part of Molly's previous lives?
Who knows? Cool. So, we were
so-
Critical Reroll. You can follow us on Twitter at Critical Reroll. We do this every Sunday, 6 p.m., following any live episode of Critical Role. If there's not a live episode of Critical Role, then...
6 p.m. Pacific time. Be specific.
I thought I said PST. I probably did.
Be Pacific.
Be Pacific time. Individually, do we want to give our Twitters? Dustin, go first.
My name is Dustin, and my Twitter is @go_JG.
Yeah.
I'm Kate. My Twitter is @CMonster. Not spelled like it is
Oh
on the
my
screen because I
gosh.
messed that up.
I'm so dyslexic, but just bad. I'm just bad. I'm Matt Abernathy, and I am at Herkiavello. Go follow him because he uses his not to.
No, don't follow him. Oh, you've done it now.
Monster.
Not Monster Nester.
Listen.
That's me. I'm a monster.
My real Twitter is @GeoNerd. So whatever.
Cool. But yeah, if you have any questions, if you like what we did, tweet at us, email us,
Smash that like button.
leave a mean YouTube comment, and we'll read it and cry probably, but that's fine. That's life.
We also put out a Google form. Try to put it up
Yes.
the day after the episode so you guys can submit questions, discussion topics in a spoiler-friendly form so we can bring them up on the show. It's a great way to get involved if you can't be here in chat, or even if you can and just want to make sure something gets talked about.
Yeah. Other than that, I think we're good. Everybody say bye.
Everybody say bye!
Bye. Goodbye. So long. Auf Wiedersehen. Adieu.